and I will obviously do another video in the future with more things you can find in the kitchen, because most people have more than 10 things in the kitchen. So these are the first 10 that I thought of, and 10 that I thought would be quite useful. Yeah, so before we get started, if you like the video, please click like. Thank you those of you who have already done so, but if you could like the page on Facebook, so if you find Logic Language Learning on Facebook, anybody that wants the tuition with me personally, like I've said, you can contact me directly or on logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com, as many of you have. And yeah, that's everything. So, right, our first word for the kitchen, and let's just write the word kitchen down. I mean, okay, so we have la cuisine. Okay, so that's not going to be our word, la cuisine, C-U-I-S-I-N-E. As per normal, they will all be underneath. This word as well, let's just make sure we understand this. Cuisine is both the place and referring to food from a particular culture. So, like we do in English, so I love French cuisine. You know, j'aime la cuisine française is referring to the food, the food culture from a country or place, which is the same word for where in the house or the home or the restaurant you prepare food. Okay, so exactly the same word. Okay, la cuisine française, la cuisine. Okay, next one. So let's start as we mean to go on. Let's have a word that I really find annoying when it's misspelt. Let's do spoon, knife and fork. So cuillère. Cuillère. Okay, so C-U-I-L-L-E with a grave R-E. Okay, a couple of things about this word. There is no I-E-R-E. A lot of the time in the words that you have seen, you've had hier with an I-E-R-E, okay? Like dernière, première, okay? Next thing, the vowel is cuit, okay? Cuit. Cuire is actually the verb to cook, as in the process of it, the thing cooking, rather than you cooking it, okay? You can even say in French, oh, je suis bien cuit, I'm well cooked, meaning I am very tired. I'm just going to say it. Les couilles, going through the U, the OU rather than the U, is a word for a part of a man or an animal's body, which we don't need to be referring to. Okay, so can we say cuillère, not cuillère? Okay, good. Next one, and it's feminine. Okay, so a sentence would be. Il a remué son café avec une cuillère. He stirred his coffee with a spoon. Okay. Next one is fourchette. So F-O-U-R-C-H-E-T-T-E, fourchette, une fourchette. Now, fourche is a big word for a fork or a fork in the road or what have you, same, you know, as in English, but une fourchette is what you eat with, okay, la fourchette. Okay, let's think of an interesting sentence with une fourchette for a fork, okay. Au McDo, la bouffe se mange sans fourchette. In Mcdonalds, the food is eaten without a fork. Those of you that eat salads in McDonald's, I apologise, but in general, you know. Good. The next one in this series then is un couteau. A knife. Again, let's look. O-U, coup. So we have to be bang on with our U and our OU. Okay, so un couteau, a knife. Now for any of these things, if you've got a particular kind of knife, or a particular kind of spoon, or a particular kind of fork, you are going to use the little adjoining preposition à. Can I remind you in French that we use this ever such a lot? So for example, if you had a coffee spoon, you know, like whatever, une cuillère à café, not de café. It's the same as the word sandwich. If you had, I should do a video on this, but if you have un sandwich de jambon, which is what everybody wants to say, you mean a sandwich entirely made of ham, which some people would probably like. So the point is, if you are talking about something's purpose or what it's kind of flavoured with, or you're going towards that thing, it's going to be à. Okay? So a soup spoon, for example, would be une cuillère à soupe. Okay? Rather than de soupe, which would be like a spoon made entirely of soup, which I don't think would be very useful. Okay, so let's crack on with the next word. We have some space. Great word for a dishcloth, a tea towel, whatever you guys use to dry plates when you've washed them. I know people use, dish washers and things, but okay, so we'll go with le torchon. Un torchon, Torchon, un torchon, okay, like the general cloth rag that you use to wipe dishes with, un torchon. So, did we have un couteau sentence? I don't think we did, I apologise. Okay, il est trop jeune pour un couteau. He's too young for a knife. Okay. Torchon. Je vais faire la vaisselle. Tu peux me filer le torchon. I'm going to do the washing up. Could you chuck me the dishcloth? Okay. Next word is une poêle. Une poêle. Sometimes called une poêle à frire, which is a frying pan. Okay. Now, again, this video sounds terrible today. Poêle, which is what I sometimes hear, is the word for a hair on the body as opposed to a hair on the head. Okay, poêle. Poêle is the word for poêle is the word for a frying pan. Okay, une poêle. Good. So il me fallait une poêle pour mes œufs. I needed a frying pan for my eggs. Okay. Next word. A word most of you will know in English, casserole, casserole, C-A-S-S-E-R-O-L-E, okay? This is a saucepan, this is a pot, this is the thing with a handle that you can put fluid in, which is tall, which has a lid on it sometimes, so called different things in different countries, but this is the pot, the saucepan, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and casserole in English, a casserole is like a dish that you would prepare, often in a lower dish that you would pop all meat and vegetables and things in together, okay? Which comes from this word, but the main use of this word now in French is the thing you would put chopped vegetables in to cook in some water, okay? Or you'd cook some pasta in this or whatever, okay? So une casserole, okay? Okay, so j'ai besoin d'une casserole pour préparer mes pâtes. I need a saucepan to prepare my pasta. J'ai besoin d'une casserole pour préparer mes pâtes, my pasta. Okay, great sentences always have other new bits of vocabulary, and so today we've learnt the word for stir, which is remué. Mes pâtes, pasta. Good, we'll keep going. Next word is a really, really useful one, okay? So, le four. Le four is the oven, okay? If you've come to this from other languages, you might have come across other words which sound similar, like forno or something in Italian for like, oven pizza or something, but le four, again, notice we're going through O and U, ooh, okay, le four is the oven. Au four is in the oven, okay, not dans le four or anything. We could extend this one, and we could have four à micro-ondes, which commonly becomes le micro-onde, okay? Now, micro is micro. Let's just make some space. Micro hyphen onde. Microwaves in French, although you see people write le micro-onde. So strictly it is called le four, yeah, the oven, a micro-onde, okay, it's a microwave, okay, but we've got people that will just call it le micro-onde, okay. So I think your food is ready. I heard the microwave. Je pense que ta bouffe est prête. J'ai entendu le micro-onde. Okay? I'm going to put it in the oven. We didn't do one for oven. I'm going to put it in the oven for 40 minutes. Je vais le mettre au four pour 40 minutes. Okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need another one. Yes, one I really wanted to do. So the dish that you eat off, the plate that you eat off, the ceramic flat circular thing that you eat off is called une assiette. Now before I spell this, those of you who have been working with me online or in person or on Skype should know that a double S sound requires two S's. I always stand too close to the microphone, so my S's always sound really well pronounced. I don't lisp in real life, but I do sound like I say my S's really well on the video. So une assiette, you should know, is two S's. So if we put this in, A-double-S-I-E-double-T-E. So the ending A, that can't quite be seen, A-double-S-I-E-double-T-E. Now the plate, the other word for dish, and this is the problem, okay? Let's put that in a bit brighter. Une assiette, they'll all be underneath. The dish that you eat off, and we tend to use the word dish, you know, a lot in the States as well. We'll often say plate more in England. The thing you eat off is une assiette. Okay, the dish you are referring to in a restaurant, or like, oh, my favourite dish, will be un plat, P-L-A-T, le plat. So my favourite dish, as in my favourite meal, would be mon plat préparé. Yeah, I wiped the dish, you know, with the tea towel, with the cloth. Would be j'ai essuyé l'assiette avec le torchon. J'ai essuyé l'assiette avec le torchon. All this good new vocabulary. So this is a different word. So can we be really careful about pronouncing that about using that at the right time? So what's your favourite dish in French food? We're going to be using words that we'd used before. So quel est votre plat préféré? Now, what's your favourite dish? Talking about la cuisine française. So let's just quickly run through these words. I know I've rubbed some of them out. So we have, let's see if I can remember them, in no particular order. So a spoon would be cuillère, a fork would be une fourchette, a knife would be un couteau, a tea towel, the cloth you wipe dishes with, would be un torchon, poêle, une poêle would be a frying pan, une casserole would be the thing of a saucepan, a pot. Le four would be the oven. Au four would be in the oven. Four à micro-onde would be a microwave oven. I think there might have been one we've forgotten, but that will be okay. Good. So, next time with this vocab video will probably be bathroom stuff. I'm going to go through the rooms in the house. So, you know, that will be fine. If there's a video you would like doing on 10 things on that theme for vocabulary, do please let me know. If you have any pronunciation issues with any words you come across with your own research and your own whatever, remember two things. Firstly, always say it out loud. So if you're struggling to pronounce it, then that's not good, is it? That means you're reading it but you're not saying it. And remember, you can always message me. You can go on the Facebook page and send me a private message and I will respond with a voice file on how to pronounce it. You can ask underneath, obviously, or you can go to the website forvo.com, F-O-R-V-O.com, which has got nothing to do with me, but which is a website where you can enter words and it will tell you how to pronounce them. All words, even bad words, even curse words, even swear words. It's a very, very, very amusing website, but it's really useful. So I hope this video has been useful. I will do another series on kitchen stuff in the future. Please click like if it was useful, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you soon.